Right, let's go across also to Yogesh Sheetal, who's joining us from Mumbai with the perspective of fans from Mumbai. Yogesh, well, one wicket down while we were talking to Anil and to Mukesh, but still, how are the fans looking at the game over there in Mumbai?
See, as far as you rightly said, the one wicket is down, but that doesn't, make very significant impact on the fans because they believe that the Virat Kohli and this partnership will definitely go long. And let's talk to some of the fans here.
Yes.
जिस तरीके से रोहित शर्मा अभी खेल रहे हैं और जिस तरीके से राहुल
काफी अच्छी शुरुआत मिली है भारत को। ऐसी सीधी अच्छी शुरुआत मिले जिससे 350 के ऊपर तो इंडिया जाएगा। ये लग रहा है कभी विराट आ गए। विराट के बाद 4 नंबर का जो अपना मसला था खेलने का, जो पांड्या, मेरे को लग रहा है अभी पांड्या आके फास्ट खेल के जाएगा।
ऐसा लग रहा है कि कोई इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा अभी जिस तरीके से स्टार्ट बहुत अच्छा था स्टार्ट, लेकिन
नहीं इम्पैक्ट नहीं पड़ेगा क्योंकि विराट कोहली खुद आया है अभी, वो भी नंबर 1 बैट्समैन है।
आप कुछ बताना चाहेंगे?
विराट कोहली विराट विजय, बस इतना।
Kohli, Virat Vijay. So obviously wicket is down, but they think that that will not matter because the starting was very perfect. We see in the morning that we see when the sport started how the initial partnership was very well and pretty well they played. So they think that the Virat Kohli and this partnership will definitely do well, and basically the run rate that has to be maintained. That is the main issue, and they think that they'll maintain the run score at this point in time.
Right, let's go across back then to Anil Thomas at Old Trafford. Anil, the fans here in India want India to score 400. Is that on the cards?
Well, it could be on the cards. Remember, it's an India-Pakistan game. Putting 400 and chasing 400 just does not seem possible on this particular track. Remember, you got to play sensible cricket here. We've lost that 1 wicket there. But, I would still say the Indian dressing room is much more calm, much more composed as compared to a Pakistani dressing room or the Pakistani fans. That's pretty agitated here that, they had to wait this long to cheer for the first wicket that Pakistani bowlers managed to pick. If India posts anything above 300 on this particular track, Pakistan would have, something to bother because they have gone into this game with 4 bowlers. So, they are 1 batsman short on this particular outing. They have gone with the bowlers delivering the goods. And the captain won the good toss, and there, he tried to get the opposition in and tried bowling them out, but an early breakthrough was not possible for them. They have managed to get 1 wicket, but I would say Pakistan would be chasing anywhere between the region of 350, between 350 and 375 on this particular track, the way things seems at this point of time as the batsmen are scoring freely.
Right, and you went and looked at the track. You've also looked right around the ground. The ground conditions itself, I mean, if there is no rain, how easy is it to score something like 350 to between 350 and 400?
See, Old Trafford has a record where the team batting second generally has an edge. So if that's if you look at India is looking at covering all quarters in this game purely, they have had a look at the Duckworth-Lewis method. They know they would be batting first, so they they have been very careful in seeing to it that if there is a possibility of rain coming in, things don't go wrong for them. So they are keeping all their decks covered, and I think full marks to Virat Kohli and the think tank in the way in which they have operated. But this particular track generally plays good. It's that first 1 hour of play where the bowlers have some kind of a purchase, and especially in this game, since the tracks, since that 22-yard strip was covered, there was a bit of moisture there on the track, and the bowlers could have exploited it in that early hour of play. Having said that, it's going to be an even contest there. The batsmen are going to have a field day there. The bowlers and the fielders will have a lot of running to do there, saving boundaries, coming in and at regular intervals to bowl there, because the captains are going to keep changing, regularly rotating the bowlers. But I think Pakistan have 2 to 3 players there in their ranks, who come good against India. We've heard of Fakhar Zaman.
Yes.
We've got the experience of Mohammad Hafiz and Shoaib Malik there. So it's not going to be a one-way traffic kind of a contest. When Pakistan come out to bat, they are going to have conditions very suitable to batting. But remember, when the asking rate keeps on increasing, it's the approach that the Pakistani players take towards the game that's going to be interesting. Because remember, India too has a good bowling attack, and Indian bowling has trouble troubled almost all the teams that they have played in this World Cup.
It's an exciting match.
Pakistan would not be expecting anything less,
definitely.
and that could be
and I think you should be. We should let you go back to watching the match.
The asking rate is 7 right from the word go, and Pakistani batsmen could be feeling the heat.
Yeah, I think you better go back, get your seat back in the stadium and watch the match. Lovely talking to you. Thanks very much, Anil, for joining us from Old Trafford. And let's now go across to our correspondent, Ani Brato, who's in Kolkata, getting us a ground update from there. Well, Ani Brato, the commentary team had Saurav Ganguly, Sachin Tendulkar and Virendra Sehwag commentating for the first part, and that was quite a combination. I mean, and it also, the Indian team was really doing well. The commentary team was also doing very well. So, I mean, it was pretty exciting to watch, wasn't it? I'm sure the fans must be quite excited too.
Yeah, Mark. As you know, India started a steady, innings because it might be they are carrying an apprehension in their mind that it may be, sometimes otherwise Manchester may be marched in rain. So they have started. Meanwhile, what we are witnessing a steady innings. We are here a lot of cricket buffs who are want to see India registers win this time. So we want to talk to them. What's your expectation from India?
इंडिया जीतेगा. इंडिया का अच्छा बैटिंग चल रहा है अभी वैसे भी, और पाकिस्तान का जैसा बॉलिंग लाइनअप था उस हिसाब से उन लोग बॉलिंग नहीं कर रहा, तो फिर मोहम्मद आमिर से बहुत रखे थे कि वो कुछ करेगा, मगर उसको बहुत अच्छे से खेला हम लोग अपने टीम, और रोहित शर्मा सेंचुरी मारेगा वैसे भी, और कोहली बैटिंग कर रहा साथ में.
What's your expectation?
India is a very good team. Is against big team पाकिस्तान, और इंडिया अभी पूरे वर्ल्ड में वो छाया हुआ है पूरा. अभी केसी के साथ खेल रहे थे हम, तो वो जीत रहा है. इंडिया इज बेस्ट टीम.
योर एक्सपेक्टेशन, व्हाट यू वांट टू से?
इंडिया अच्छा टीम बनाया है सर. इंडिया रोहित शर्मा ऐसा सेंचुरी मारेगा, विराट कोहली उम्मीद है मार दे, इंडिया जीत जाएगा.
Oh, Mark, as you see that everyone is in mind to see that India registers win this time. The arch rival India and Pakistan, they want to see this match because this is supposed to be the most favored match to all of the cricket lovers here in Kolkata.
Right, and definitely their analysis is spot on so far. At least India batting really well, and hopefully, they can take that right to the 50 overs and put up a huge total, something that Pakistan can't reach. Thanks, Ani Brato, for joining us. Let's quickly go across to Yogesh Sheetal once again for an update from Mumbai. Well, Yogesh, the important thing is that you were telling us that people were watching Virat Kohli coming into bat, but we've seen now that, the rest of the batsmen have watched the Pakistani bowlers already in the way that they played, they bowled to the opening pair, and perhaps they've also got a feel of what's happening. So, what is the mood like amongst the people? Are they, optimistic that India will be putting up a very big score?
So definitely there are many reasons to be optimistic, because see, the initial we had seen that how Rohit Sharma and KL, how the initial partnership was very, very strong, and after that Virat Kohli is a big name. Virat Kohli has performed very well in also previous matches, and he's the leading the team. So this is definitely the moral of the team is very high, and especially if you just see the turn that the commentators, you have also rightly mentioned that the commentators are in the commentary box, and how they are analyzing the match. It shows that the match is already almost in the favor of India. If it continues, the partnership is continued, and also the way the speed, the pace is maintained by the players at this point in time, then definitely it will lead to at least a good score. Will be done by India. So definitely now it remains to be seen that what will be the opening performance of Indian bowler in the match later on. So that basically that would be the main thing that remains to be seen at this point in time. Yeah, Mark.
Right, thanks very much, Yogesh Sheetal, with those inputs. So we've got a feel of what's happening at Old Trafford, and we've got an understanding of how well that match is being followed across the country. Of course, a lot of enthusiasm and hope that India will be continuing with the good performance that has already started. Now, moving on to our next story.